From 1986 comes Evil Laugh from Vinegar Syndrome. Now I'm a big slasher fan. I love these deep cuts when they pull something out of nowhere, never heard of it before. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. In this case, I'm a little bit torn on Evil Laugh. It is a bit of an oddball. It's a low budget slasher movie, but then it's a slasher movie that sticks quite stringently to a lot of the tropes of that subgenre.
Big town, stray. Connie's gonna get here, nothing's done.
It's a story about a group of medical students who are going to a house for the weekend to have a party. One of their friends has invited them. This house is on the market. He is going to decide over this weekend whether and he probably will, he's already made up his mind, going to buy this thing and turn it into a kind of children's home. Now, it previously was a children's home, but some bad things happened there, and that involved a lot of murder at the end, as a character lost his mind and killed all the children within this place. Which is quite good because you get a really good backstory here. You don't really get it to midway through the movie. You just kind of have a feeling through some comments that people make that something happened here a long while ago that's rather reprehensible.
Remember when that guy Martin went crazy and killed all those children?
Then we get to our sort of medical students, the people who are coming to stay at this house. And I kind of had a chuckle at this because although these are smart individuals who are built up with their credentials that they have, who certainly have a pecking order, they all fall into the archetypes of a slasher film, whether it be the brainy guy, the jock, the kind of geeky or nerdy woman. We've got one that's more sultry and free with her love, if you know what I mean. And there's even one that references movies about situations. You know, I've seen a lot of horror movies, blah blah blah. Kind of character you've seen before.
That doesn't make any sense.
It never makes any sense! Why does the guy in Halloween try to kill Jamie Lee Curtis?
So even though they're all supposed to be highly intelligent, smart medical practitioners, they're just the kind of average crew that you would get in a slasher film. There's something rather comforting about that. The story as well, including the reveal, I think is kind of well done. We get an idea that it's a big house, drastic things have happened, and the terror has returned home. Who the killer is one that's explained after the fact. Now, this is something that I don't particularly mind because getting giallo movies, I'm used to like having the rug pulled from under my feet, introducing a character later on who was maybe a bit part earlier on or who was maybe a big part of the cast, but there's no crumbs leading towards that person, and all of a sudden it's just ta-da, crazed killer with the wide eyes, the big smile, and the penchant for over elaborating why they're doing what they're doing.
Why, this is not fun!
This one has some crazy kills in it as well. It's a rather bloodless affair. You don't see much, and what you do see is not the best effects I've ever seen, but there are some hilarious moments that I did particularly enjoy. I think my favourite moment, my favourite death out of every one of them was the microwave death, where a man is tied up, he's dragged towards a microwave in the middle of the kitchen floor. He even says at one point, that won't work if you can't close the door. The killer puts his head into the microwave and turns it on, and then it miraculously works and starts to kill the guy. But it's not just over like that. The guy starts to regress as the microwaves penetrate his skull into a younger child version of himself. Ridiculous, over the top, incredibly silly, but man, did I chuckle.
I'm Johnny. I am 3 years old. I go free. I am young again.
Talking about chuckling, there is an evil laugh all the way through this, as the killer has this tick of just giggling mercilessly as they kill people in fantastic ways. Not really fantastic, but you know, in the concept of the movie, I suppose. Evil Laugh was one that I didn't fully connect with on a watch. Thinking about it, there are things, characters that would make me want to go back again. There are moments where nothing really happens for a while and it becomes a little bit tedious, a little bit dull as we follow these characters that aren't particularly interesting, just try to have sex with other characters who are not particularly interesting either. The jokes can be a little bit heavy-handed and not particularly funny, but overall, Evil Laugh was kind of average, middle of the road. I liked aspects of it, other parts not so much. So here we are in the disc for Evil Laugh. Let's have a look at the extras. And initially, it looks pretty sparse. We have one featurette here, The Joy of Laughter, Making Evil Laugh, a making of documentary featuring interviews with the cast and crew. And it is exactly what it says there. But this is 1 hour, 17 minutes, 32 seconds of pure awesomeness, talking to loads of people involved with the production, the writer, various cast and crew. And it's so fantastic, and they're talking about this film with such energy and gusto that it actually made me want to go back and watch the movie again. Fantastic extra, feature-length documentary, terrific. We also have the stills gallery, and that is it. And to be honest, that's all you need with this disc. I would love to know what you thought of Evil Laugh. This newly discovered, for me, slasher from the 80s was fine. Glad I saw it. I may go back to it. I may not. I've not made up my mind on that one just yet. I would love to know your thoughts on the film. Did you love it? Hate it? Find it incredibly average? Let me know in the comment box below and we can have a little discussion about this film. Don't forget to hit this video with a like because it really helps. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And in the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support my channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.